Hello, everyone. How are we doing today on Friday? So excited. We are here. We're going to go live all about magnetic content creation specifically for entrepreneurs. I'm super excited. So, if you are new here and you don't know me, my name is Caroline. I'm an intuitive business coach for new entrepreneurs. And if you don't know what an intuitive business coach is, I will tell you. So there are different types of business coaches in the industry. Some have very specific strategies on what they teach their clients. They have a tried and true way that has worked for them, and then they relay that to their clients, and that is how they go through the process of coaching. Now, for me, I believe that your success strategy is as unique as you are. So an intuitive business coach is someone who helps you find the right strategy for you. I have my own tried and true systems, but ultimately the way that I'm going to run my business is going to be vastly different from the way that you do. So an intuitive business coach can really tap into what your needs, your values, your ways of being are to help you find a strategy that truly is aligned and authentic to you. Because I truly believe that the best strategy that you can put in place in your business is one that meets your values, whether that's freedom or simplicity or creativity. It infuses your values into your strategy and also allows you to live the kind of lifestyle that you desire. Okay, so that is my role as the intuitive business coach, is to guide you through finding the strategy and the systems and the content and the offers that really resonate with your unique soul. Because not everyone is the same, and the same strategies don't always work the same for everybody. Okay, so that is me. And for a little life update, because I am going to post this to the podcast and I usually give a little life update, I have officially made the transition from pole coaching full-time, from being a pole instructor to being a full-time business coach. And business coaching was something I was doing on the side while I was doing pole classes and making courses and all of that. But I really feel like I'm being called to help people in a much deeper, more profound way. So my intuition was telling me to make the leap and just go all in and go for it. So that's what I did. So I'm currently accepting one-on-one clients on a private basis. So if you have an interest in my packages, if you like the way I do business, if you like the way I speak and my message, then go ahead and click the link in my bio at Caroline Perry Official, and you can find out more about my coaching packages. We can talk about your business, about your goals, and chat about that and help you go from there. Okay? So today's content, this little mini training that I wanted to talk about, is magnetic content creation for entrepreneurs. And I wanted to talk about this because I've been having conversations with my current clients, and what they're telling me is that they don't know what to post, they don't know what to talk about, and they're lost in that area. And some of them find it difficult to show up consistently and post on a regular basis. And if you are an entrepreneur, especially in the growing phase, if you are just getting started, getting everything off the ground, then consistency is very important because you want to build that trust and that reliability with your people. So I'm going to go through some of the ways that I create content, as well as some concepts that I believe are important for creating magnetic content, right? So what is magnetic content, okay? To me, a magnetic content strategy is one that is original and authentic, okay? So both original to you and authentic to who you are, okay? So as an entrepreneur, you want to position yourself as a leader, as an authority, right? That's what we're told in business. You want to position yourself as an authority in your niche. So if you are consistently posting other people's content, like quotes or inspirational memes, funny memes, whatever it might be, if you're consistently posting somebody else's content, then you are not positioning yourself as the authority because you're putting the attention on them, right? So if you want to be seen as that leader, then it's really time to start making your own content. And I will go into more depth of how to come up with original content on a regular basis. Okay, but first I want to go into the next portion, which is being authentic. Okay, so authentic content is true to you, to your messages. It is not a culmination of everything that you've been told that you need to post. It's not full of shoulds and needs and all of those heavy things like I need to post about this if I want to get clients. I need to have this kind of copy. I need to have this kind of graphic. It's not infused with everything that you've been told that you need to do on social media, right? Because like I mentioned, just because it worked for somebody else does not mean it'll work for you. And that's especially true if it doesn't feel good. If the strategies that you've learned don't feel right to you, if they don't resonate with you, if it's not easy, if it's not flowy to come up with content using that strategy, then odds are it's really not the right one for you because it's taking you away from that authenticity that people really crave in the online space now. So it's not enough anymore on social media to just post, blanket how-to educational content, especially if it's just something Googleable, like people could find on their own. That's really not enough anymore, right? You've got to be different. You got to stand out. You have to differentiate yourself. And so the best way to infuse your authenticity into how-to content, doesn't mean that how-to content is bad, but in order for it to stand out, you've got to infuse your soul into it, your unique experience, your expertise, your unique perspectives. So how can you take a piece of teaching or how-to content and infuse your personality into it, make it unique to you so that it really resonates with your ideal client? Right? I hope that makes sense. So we're talking about original, something that comes directly from you, from your experience, from your clients, from your market research, and then authentic, that really infuses your unique perspectives, your experiences, your personality, because those two things will really make your posts stand out online and magnetically draw in those clients that want your fresh perspective, that want your fresh opinions, right? They like the way you see things. They like the way you teach, right? Okay, so how to find original content if it's not something you're used to, if you're used to kind of regramming other people's quotes or taking a quote from somebody and making your own graphic. I used to do that a lot. I would find quotes on like Pinterest or something and then just make a graphic, but it wasn't my original content. So I had to quote the person out of, just so I wouldn't be plagiarizing. I would quote the original person, but because it came from somebody else, I'm really not positioning myself as an authority because that's not my unique perspective. It's theirs. So I'm putting as much as I agree with it, I'm putting the attention on them, and I'm not showing how I can lead someone to think differently. I'm showcasing how this other person can lead people to think differently. And if I want to really speak to my ideal clients, I need to put the attention back on my teachings and my coaching and how I see things, how I operate, and how I teach, right? So there's a couple ways that you can do to come up with original content. So if you have clients already, if you're working with people, providing them a service or a product or whatever, then you can really listen in to what they say and listen to how they describe their problem. Listen to how they describe their struggles. Listen to the words that they use and really take that in and absorb it. For me personally, I record all of my client calls and I listen to them over and over again, even after the call is done, because I want to hear what they're saying. And I want to hear how what I'm saying is resonating with them and what's really clicking with them. And from there, I can extract ideas for content, right? So if your client comes to you and says that they're struggling with XYZ, you can create a piece of content that will help not only that client, but other clients like them and get them that quick win, which will build trust and authority in the online space, right? So let me repeat that again in a different way so it lands. Listen to your clients, listen to the struggles they're having, listen to the way they describe how they're feeling, what they're thinking. And then that is where you can extract potent content ideas, right? Because you're addressing the person and the problem specifically. And if your client is going through those struggles or having those thoughts and beliefs, then odds are you have like 20 ideal clients in your space that are having the same problem, same question. And if you can proactively create content for that person, now you're generating leads in your space because now they trust you to solve their problems. They trust you to be the person that they can come to get their needs met, right? You know what they're feeling, you know what they're going through, and you get them, you understand them, and they can feel that from you, okay? So let's say you don't have any clients, you are just getting started, and you don't have any clients right now to work with. You can still do market research, you can still go online, you can still have conversations with people and listen to what they say. Right? Let's say you can experiment with content and you can kind of see what resonates. So if you have a couple of teaching items that you want to post on your Instagram, you can just post and see what you get back, right? Experiment and then use that feedback to create more of what resonates and what gets a lot of engagement from your people. Right? So when you're in the new growing phase and you don't yet have clients to directly take data from, listen to the people who are already in your network, experiment with some posts, see what resonates, see what gets engagement, and then just do more of that, okay? Comments are great. The more comments that you can get and the more DMs that come from posts, that's how you know it's working. And you can really create conversations in those comments and in those DMs to dig deeper and find out what it is they're really struggling with, right? Then this is all out of service. Your goal is to not get a sale from them. You don't want to come from that energy, like, tell me what your problem is so I can create this and sell this to you. You want to come from the energy of being helpful, right? And just you want to help people get their problem solved, get their pain points hit. So you're coming from the energy of just wanting to help them and just dig deeper and find the root cause of what they're struggling with and address it that way, okay? Perfect. You can also, I just thought of this, if you don't have clients right now, you can also use yourself as a archetype for your ideal client. So if you are in the business of serving someone who is very similar to how you were a couple years ago or a couple months ago, you can take that info and dig deeper into yourself and ask yourself, what were my struggles back then? What was I feeling? What was I thinking? What aha moments clicked for me? What ideas, what ways of doing or ways of being really changed the game for me? And you can experiment with that as well. In the growing phase, it's really all about experimentation and really letting go of the things that don't work and doing more of the things that are getting you comments, DMs, likes, and engagement, because that's how you know that it's working, okay? Perfect. So let's go to the second piece here, okay, being authentic. We just talked about how to create original content and some ideas that you can do to draw that originality out of you. So let's go into more of the authenticity piece, being true to your personality, your voice, your message, okay? So How I love to do this, and my favorite way of just infusing authenticity into my content. It seems very simple, but oftentimes we're not aware that we're not doing it. And it's basically just living your life, right? Just living your life. My best pieces of content have come when I wasn't looking for it, when I wasn't analyzing everything, when I wasn't scrolling looking for inspiration. I was just living my life and talking to people, having conversations, and all of a sudden, a piece of content, popped into my mind. A lot of times we don't realize how much we're analyzing, and then we're forcing, we're pushing, we're trying to find content, right? But that's drowning out the true message that already lives within us. And if we just relaxed and we just lived and we just allowed those ideas to come through, that's where your most powerful stuff comes from, right? When you don't have any ideas, you don't necessarily always have to go looking for them. If you find yourself looking for content, analyzing your client conversation, and nothing is coming to mind, I invite you to just take a step back and just focus on you and focus on living your life without the desperate, rushed energy behind trying to find a piece of content, right? It's always quality over quantity, right? So I'm all for being consistent, but we really want to focus on the energy and the intention behind the post, right? I guarantee that a post that is written and created out of the energy of this will really help my ideal client, this will really help my people, versus I really need to post something today, I'm just going to put something together. The energy of service and my God, this is going to be really helpful, is going to be a much more powerful piece of content, right? When you come from the energy of just get it out there, I just need something to post, odds are it's going to be a pretty diluted, mediocre post because you've rushed it. You really didn't have the intention of helping anybody. You were just having the intention of staying relevant and being visible, right? And that is not going to land as well with your people. And the whole point of, being in business and using social media is to build a community and build your business. You're not here to build a following. Influencers build followings. But as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, it doesn't matter how many followers you have if they're not buying from you, right? If that's the reason you're on social media is to build your business, and the follower count isn't as important as the number of people in your audience that you're converting into sales. So does it really help you to rush out a piece of content just for the sake of posting something, then really taking a step back and thinking about what's going to be a powerful piece of content that's really going to help someone, that's going to get them a quick win, that's going to build that trust, and so that they reach out to me and they comment and they engage, and eventually they're ready to step into your paid offers, right? Because you've built that trust with them. Your content has given them a transformation in and of itself. It's not just cookie cutter. It's not just mediocre. It's really powerful content that they use and they refer back to regularly. So that is how to infuse authenticity into your content. It's really being intentional with it, paying attention to the thoughts and the beliefs that you have behind that piece of content. My invitation to you right now is, before you post anything, think about why you're doing it. Think about why you're posting this. If the answer is, I just need to post something, I heard reels make you grow faster, so I'm just going to post a reel. I've had that thought too. I've thought I should just make some reels because I heard they make you grow. And then, I check in with myself, that's not the energy I want to put out. That's not the energy I want to put out. I don't want to be the person that just puts shit out just for the hell of it. I want my content to be powerful and potent, right? So think about the thoughts and the energy and the beliefs that are driving your creation. and focus on that. When you can get your energy and your thoughts and beliefs behind that piece of content, it's going to hit much more powerfully. And it's quality over quantity, because those powerful posts are going to make a hell of a lot more difference on your growth and your engagement and overall your business than just putting stuff out there for the sake of, showing up, right? Perfect. And I wanted to address something else too, because a client said this to me and it was very interesting. I was on a call with a client, and she is someone who has said that she doesn't like showing up all the time on social media. She doesn't feel like it's easy to stay consistent because sometimes she doesn't feel like she's showing up for herself. Her words were to me, it's hard to show up on social media when I'm not showing up for myself. And that hit a nerve with me. I'm like, wow. You are absolutely right. And I completely understand that feeling. So here's what we need to do about that. And this is exactly what I told her. Is do not post when you are not feeling energized to post. When you're in that space, you're more likely to post something for the sake of posting that's really not going to get you anywhere on your Instagram. And you're just going to end up continuing that cycle of feeling burnt out. Okay, so if you're feeling burnt out and then you post and you continue to try and show up even though you're not feeling up to it, you're not going to escape that cycle. So we need to first pour our energy into escaping that burnout cycle. So what can we do? I would ask you, what do you need to fill your cup? What do you need to get out of that rut? And do that. Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. Do what you need to do to fill that cup back up. Okay, whatever that looks like for you. And this is perfect because it goes back to living your life for your content. Getting ideas from just existing, from just being, from just enjoying life. So I invited her and I invite you to pour your energy back into your present, back into your day-to-day life, and focus on meeting the needs that you have right now. And not only will you fill that cup up and just give yourself permission to have fun and experience joy and pleasure without the pressure of just needing to do all the time. When you do that and you give yourself that permission, the content will come, the ideas will flow, and you will be so excited to show up again because you are energized, you are ready, you have fallen back into that state of worthiness. Because you are. You don't need to do more to get more. You can just be more. I hope that resonates. I hope that lands. Okay, perfect. That is all that I had for today. And I want to mention that I am offering clarity calls, free clarity calls, for new entrepreneurs who want to infuse more originality and authenticity, not only in their social media, but also in their business. Where can we open up the floodgates to your creative genius and use your natural strengths to build a soul-aligned life and business? So I'm offering free clarity calls. They're 1-hour sessions to really just dig deep into the struggles that you're experiencing. If you're experiencing burnout, if you're experiencing confusion or doubt and all this mind drama that comes with being an entrepreneur. There's no sales pitch with these calls. I'm not selling anything. These are purely just strategy sessions to, get you out of your head, show you how you can lead yourself through these moments, and show you how to infuse your originality, authenticity, and soul-aligned gifts into your business so that you can draw in those soulmate clients. So you can draw in the money without it feeling heavy, without it feeling forced, and just get back into a state of ease and flow, okay? So if you are interested in booking a free clarity call, I'm going to post the link in the show notes, and I'm going to post the link in my Instagram bio at Caroline Perry Official. I will post it underneath here so that you can do that. Again, there's no pitch with these calls. I'm not selling anything, so don't think you're gonna get on and then have to listen to my spiel about buy my offer. I'm not doing that. This is not a sales tactic. I really just want to help you figure out where your struggles are and help you overcome them, okay? This is truly out of just service, okay? I'm so glad that you pressed play today, and I'm so happy that you joined me for this live, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.